Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. This is the random early morning live.
Good morning, good morning, good
Let me
morning,
turn my volume
everybody.
down. Hold on. Drop me a one if y'all can hear me and my audio sounds good. Drop me a one and let me know if my audio sounds good. I'm having me a cup of hot chocolate this morning with marshmallows, nice and cool out. And I just decided to do a quick live. I actually wanted to touch bases with you guys like last week. But I got family that's here from out of town. My mom is here, so I'm trying to spend some time with her before she head back to Michigan. And it's really hard to balance work and family at the same time. So I want to give my family my undivided attention. I have my auntie in town, my cousin, and most importantly, just spending time with my mom while she's here. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick live. It's not going to be long, okay? In case you guys haven't seen my title. What did I entitle this last? Let me see. The mind controlling media and social media chaos. Because this is what I've been witnessing lately, and this is what I've been wanting to touch on. Okay. And I've been gathering a lot of information. I've been, reading a lot of news articles, taking a lot of stuff in, talking to a lot of my subs, and I just haven't touched bases with you guys and shared with you guys my feelings on certain things. And so I'm willing to do that today. I'm gonna give everybody time to come in the chat room, and we're gonna touch on some stuff if y'all got time this morning. And like I said, it won't be a long live, but let me get my good mornings out. Start from the beginning. Good morning, Lenise. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Aaron. Jennifer. Good morning. Hey, Teresa Ware. Good morning, honey. I hope it's not too early for some of y'all, but I was like, I got to go ahead and get this out the way before my family get up and come in. You guys got some hot chocolate this morning. There's been a lot of mess and gossip in these YouTube streets, right? But before I get off into that, before I get off into that, I'm just gonna give y'all a message for today, and hopefully something that y'all can carry on and carry with y'all. Okay, because let me start by saying when I do these investigations and my presentations, okay, I don't expect for everybody to get it right away. I don't expect for everybody to understand, especially if you one of those people that's programmed. And what I mean by programs, because the media have programmed us for, I mean, all our life, just about. They have lied to us. Hell, history have lied to us. Okay, and we've been programmed for so long. And this is the reason why I started off my last lab with speaking to you guys about the Lord just pouring new wine into old wineskins. And this is the reason why a lot of you guys is not getting what's happening today because you continuously following the media, a TV program. And this is what the media is set up to do. To program you. The media is ran by racist Zionists who's in place to program your minds, especially this new generation. Okay, and so you're going to be taken on an emotional roller coaster because of it. Okay, because you're going based off of your feelings, and the media knows that, so they're playing on your feelings. They're playing on your feelings. Okay, so me myself personally, I don't watch the news much. When I really don't watch the news at all, to say the truth. I don't watch TV. Okay, period, because even commercials is put out to program your mind. Okay, um, But you guys have to understand they put certain things out for the purpose of programming and propaganda. That's the purpose. That's the reason why they're putting stuff out there. So a lot of time, you guys are being led by false information um, and predictive programming. And I know because you have good hearts and you have a good spirit, you're going to be emotionally whipped. Their purpose is to emotionally drain you, to emotionally drain you and have you living in fear. Because in order for their agenda to come about, in order for them to be successful in their agenda, they have to induct fear in you. They have to have you emotionally drained. So you'll basically just follow whatever it is they say. So a lot of times people come to me and they say, well, Malika, how do you feel about what the news just put out about this and that and other? Well, I read the information, okay? And what I do personally is I pray on the information. But I don't just follow, I don't just go by what the news put out because I know that what their intentions is to have me emotionally whipped and have me living in fear. And this is the reason why the Bible said that we should walk by faith and not by sight. Sight meaning watching the news. And faith comes by hearing what? The word of God. Not hearing what the news say. Not hearing what the latest gossip is in these YouTube streets or on social media. Faith don't come by what your friends say. Faith don't come by what the news say. Faith don't come by what social media put out. Faith come by hearing the word of God. So in order for us to be equipped to everything that's going on and knowledgeable of everything that's going on, we have to be in tune to the word of God. In order for us to stand strong in faith and encourage, we have to be in tune to the word of God, not the news. So there's been a lot of updates, and this is the reason why I wanted to put that out there. There's been a lot of updates concerning Cupcake's case. It's been a lot of updates, and for me, I know what their purpose is. Okay, I know what their purpose is, and so until I actually see, you can't just tell me anything. Show me some facts. You guys won't let me come on here and just tell y'all anything without showing you some receipts and some facts, right? So that's how I am when it comes to the news media. You're not gonna just tell me anything. Show me some facts. We ain't seen no pictures of no body. We haven't seen, what remains was found. You get what I'm saying? Like they're just gonna tell you whatever they want to tell you because they already orchestrated this event for the purpose of programming, for the purpose of putting fear into you, for the purpose of propaganda, for the purpose of their agenda. Do you get what I'm saying? So social media is going to send us on an emotional roller coaster, you guys. We're going to have our highs. Thinking about a roller coaster, okay? When you on a roller coaster, it first takes you up, right? If anybody, ride roller coasters, you first go up. You go up this this chain or this staircase or whatever you want to call it. You're going up and you got your hands raised and you are excited and you like, yes, that fall is coming. You don't know when that drop is coming, but you know it's coming. But while you up, you are excited. You got your hands in the air like, yes, they was locked up. Yes, they was charged with um with capital murder. Yes, Trump was impeached. Yes. And then next thing you know it, here comes that drop. If you guys understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a roller coaster. Next thing you know it, here comes the fall. The fall from grace, the fall of man, because they had their expectations high based off of that temporary feeling of being up, based off of feelings. You felt excited, because you was high and everything felt good. And next thing you know, here come that fall. Oh my God, he raped her. Oh my God, Trump was impeached, but he not going nowhere. Oh my God, do you guys get what I'm saying? This is what the media does to us. It sends us on an emotional roller coaster. It literally drains our energy. If anybody hear what I'm saying, please drop me a one. Good morning, Nika. Good morning, Queen Goddess. This is is what social media is meant to do to us and to induce fear in us. Because as we told you guys, there's a bigger agenda later on. Later on, there's a bigger agenda. Let's start microchipping our babies. Let's start microchipping our children so they don't get lost. Just like they did the pets back in the day. Let's microchip your pet so your pet don't get lost. In case your pet get lost, your pet is easy to be found. There's a bigger agenda. So their job is to push fear in you. It's to promote fear. This is their job. And a lot of us is falling for it. We claim to be disciples of Christ, but we falling for it. He didn't tell us faith come bad watching the news. Okay, so it seemed like at one point you guys, when you in the chat room and I'm giving y'all and I'm breaking this stuff down and I'm giving y'all everything that the Spirit unleashed to me. And I mean, I'm breaking it down to crumbs. It's like y'all get it. Like, oh my God, it's right here in front of me. And then because I take a hiatus, and I don't really say, I'm not stepping away, I'm still at work. But at the same time, me, myself, personally, I'm not one of them YouTubers that come on every day just to babble. When I come on, I like to have something valuable to add to the community and something valuable to say. So when I step away and I'm not on for a while, next thing you know, I see these same people that were just in my chat room like, thank you, Lord. Yes, God is using you, girl. Next thing you know, they on somebody else's channel like, can you please tell me exactly what happened to Cupcake? What are your thoughts on it? What the Lord just revealed to you everything you need to know in due season. If you don't believe that, then get in prayer and ask the Lord. Take some time out to pray and say, God, is this your messenger? And is she sending a message that you want me to know? Try to confirm it. Get in prayer and look for confirmation. Ask the Lord for confirmation. But a lot of times you're not going to find confirmation. Well, not at all. You're not going to find confirmation from people whose mindset is carnal. And they look at the news for all their information. They have no spiritual discernment. You're not going to get confirmation from them. You're not going to get confirmation from them. Go in prayer for confirmation. Ask the Lord to send you somebody else who's aligned with his word to bring you confirmation. But you're not going to get confirmation from somebody who's carnal minded or who also have old wise skin. And he's not filling them with new information because they stuck in the old. They living in the old. They still talking about the new world order is coming. No, we living in the new world order right now. It's here. It is here. A lot of these cases that you see the National Guards going in getting these people. You'll see the street cops, but next thing you know, you see the National Guards coming in and making an arrest. I don't want to be wrong about what story this was, but you guys might have say it in the chat room. But there was one story where I think it was in North Carolina. I forgot exactly what happened, maybe the bombing or shooting in North Carolina, but they shut the city down. They had to be in the house. They could if they couldn't be caught outside after what, 6 o'clock? That's martial law. Okay, the only thing is they're orchestrating certain events so that these things that's taking place can actually be law. That's the only thing. But we actually living in that time right now. So don't tell me about something that's to come and I'm living in it right now. You behind, my sister. You behind. Keep me ahead of the game. Now, if y'all want to stay ahead of the game, y'all on the right channel because I'm always ahead of the game. I am always ahead of the game. Period. Because I walk by faith and not by sight. If I walk by sight, and if my hearing came from the news alone, I would be stuck, lost, and confused just like everybody else. So a lot of this stuff might not make sense to y'all because I'm ahead of the game. Sometimes I walk ahead. I follow the Holy Spirit. I walk ahead and I wait for the Lord to come back and confirm it with everybody else. But I trust him so much that I know that he sent me out there, a sheep amongst wolves, and he's gonna later come back and water the seed. I don't have to worry about it. All I got to do is plant the seed. I just have to sow the seed. He's going to come behind me and water it. Or another will come behind me and water it. But if you guys still feel like, I'm still lost, I'm still confused, God is not the author of confusion. That is the devil. God is not the author of confusion. That's why when he sent his servants out, you guys get clarity. You guys get understanding. I have not had one person on my channel besides a hater that came on and said I didn't make sense. Because he come to straighten out the confusion. He come to bring order to chaos, order to confusion, peace to chaos. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. So be careful about being, remaining in your emotions and in your feelings. This is something that I'm still working on myself. I plan on going into this new year fasting and coming out a changed woman. I no longer want to be moved by my emotions and my feelings because there's a fake, a false Holy Spirit out there, got people jumping around and because they hear something that sounds good, that makes them feel good, and they acting off of feelings. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want to be led by faith and be operating off feelings. So be careful when you allowing these speakers, these teachers, the media to take you on these highs and lows. Be careful. Use your mind. Use the wisdom that the good Lord gave you, and not be led by your heart because your heart can lead you into deception. Because these people who play on a weak minded, they playing with your intelligence and your emotions. Hello. They are literally playing on your intelligence. So when it comes to a lot of these updates and stuff like that, yeah, I look into it, I see it. But at the same time, I pray on it, and I'm like, they're doing exactly what they supposed to do. What do you guys think they're gonna do? What do you guys think they're gonna do? You ain't. I mean, seriously, they haven't put any media coverage inside the courtrooms, so we can actually hear it for ourselves, and we can. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that we're just getting fed by them. We're just going by what they say, and they taking you on highs and lows. Okay, so hey, Sakina, good morning, everybody. So I did wanted to mention that because that's their job. That is their job. They have an even bigger agenda, and when you guys keep that in mind, you would no longer allow television to program you. You would no longer allow television to program you because that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to program you. I've had people that's contacted me and said, I have not slept since such and such case. I am emotionally whipped. I am drained. I am this and that. And you are no good for the kingdom of God. Being emotionally drained, whipped, having a lack of sleep. You ain't no good for your family in that position. You're no good for your family. So I plan on in 2020 is really working on my emotional state and not allowing what I see because sometimes you just can't help it. When you see these cases back to back to back, and and people is giving me all this information, stuff that I don't see on my day to day because I try to stay unplugged as possible. If you guys get what I mean by saying unplugged. I try to stay unplugged as much as possible. So a lot of times I have no idea what's going on in the world. People have to send me information and send me articles and things like that. And so a lot of time when I take the time to actually go into it because I care, I'm not telling you not to care. So when I take the time to actually read into it, I have to make sure I pray about it. Because if not, I would be emotionally a mess looking into this stuff. And some of you guys might have come here or to other platforms based off of one case. And you've been glued to that one case. Well, here it is. I've been looking at several cases since Kanika. Several different cases, okay? And I have stuff thrown at me almost every day. And a lot of y'all know I got a Facebook group and we post articles and stuff like that. So we can definitely be emotionally drained just looking into this stuff or just discussing this stuff. So I have to make sure that in order for me to be a soldier, because that's what I am, I'm a lioness. I'm a soldier. Okay? In order for me to stand in my rightful position and walk according to how I was created to walk and do the work that God sent me to do, I have to be mentally stable. I can't be an emotional mess. And I'm going to encourage y'all too. Don't allow the media or social media to make you an emotional mess because that's what it's definitely put in position to do. It's put in place to do that. So what do I feel about the stuff that I was hearing as far as the updates with Cupcake's case? I felt like it is controlled by the government. It was orchestrated by the government, and the government is going to carry it out to the very end because they have an ultimate agenda, and they're going to do their part. They're going to play their part. Okay, that's what I feel about that. And I feel if we stay in tune to the Word of God and in tune to um, the Lord's voice, then we don't have to worry about being led astray and being confused because God is not the author of confusion. I'm not confused. What about you? I'm not an emotional mess. What about you? And we also have to be careful with social media because one thing I've been noticing about social media is there's people that's planted here and that's also being used by the enemy to create chaos and disorder. Do y'all hear me? Pay attention to these people. They have nothing positive flowing from them. Nothing positive whatsoever. They are literally being used by the enemy just to create chaos and confusion. Stay away from these people. Platforms, stay off their channels because their energy can transfer over to you. And you wonder why you snapping on your grandchildren when they call you because you plugged into somebody who have a spirit of chaos on them while they speaking to you. It's certain YouTubers on here. I only mess with a selective few YouTubers, first of all. Now, I might watch your videos, but I only mess with a couple of them. And that's because I know that they passionate about what they do and they try to steer clear of drama. However, there are those who indulge in drama who actually get a kick off of drama. There are those who follow other YouTubers and they work just so they can create something because they are seriously dry. They don't have anything else to talk about. So since I have nothing to talk about, let me go over here and troll such and such channel and see what they talking about. So now I can create a debunk video. Okay, to me that's disorder. That's chaos. Why are you worried about what that YouTuber over there talking about? What they over there doing? If you're not going over there to support them, if you're not going over there to try to watch a video and to try to receive something from a video, why are you over there? If your initial intention is to go over there to troll them and debunk them, then you got a spirit of chaos on you, boo. If you have to watch somebody else videos just so you can create some content, you pitiful. Yeah, and I said pitiful. You are pitiful. And I've had that happen to me. And it's also been happening to other YouTubers. And I've been seeing it. And I'm just like, wow, you pitiful. And, I'm going to be a little bit messy this morning because I'm going to call out some pitiful people. And I'm not doing this because, I want to be messy. But I want you guys, I always tell you guys to pay attention and peace. Do I not? I've been saying this from the beginning. Pay attention and peace because there is some messy people out here. Okay, and I stayed silent on this one situation for a while now because I was going to allow other people to handle it for me. And I said, you know what? The Lord got more bigger, better things for me to do than for me to be entertaining some petty drama. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this to God. You know, if these people say they're gonna take care of it, I'm gonna let them take care of it, and I'm not gonna focus in on that because I got bigger and better things to do. But I see that the spirit is still bouncing around from person to person, so I gotta say something. I have to say something because it needs to end, and it needs to end here today. Okay, a lot of y'all people that's creating drama, um, I know y'all creating drama. I know y'all creating. I know that y'all are creating drama. Um, Chloe, olive oil, aloe vera, whatever. You are creating drama. You go from YouTuber to YouTuber, just picking with folks, watching their videos, coming back, talking, making debunk videos, talking about people in Facebook groups. You're just really messy. You are really messy. And one thing that I regret right now, one thing that I despise right now is the fact that you clinging on to somebody like John, who have a humble, passionate spirit, who have a loving, kind spirit. I hate that you are clinging. But that's what the enemy do. That's what devils do. They cling to something that's good to try to poison them, to try to taint their spirit. And you guys know how I feel about John. John has been my day one from since day one. Okay. Um, but there was an incident where Chloe was talking bad about me in a Facebook group, and it was screenshotted. Okay, I don't speak on this person. I don't speak on this girl. I don't just waste my time speaking on other people. I'm too busy looking into five, six different cases at once and trying to figure out how I'm going to juggle these cases, do videos on these cases, and still take care of my family and please my husband. That's a lot. And still make some money on the side with other things that I got going on. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot. So I don't speak on this just people. I just don't speak on people who just random people. You see what I'm saying? But today I'm gonna actually give her a little airtime. Today I'm gonna actually speak on her because she was caught speaking about me for whatever reason in a Facebook group. It was screenshotted back to me. Now this was weeks ago because, like I told y'all, I said okay, I'm gonna let John handle this because I did talk to John one on one, and I said John, and this is some he said, she said, high school type of stuff. But Chloe said that you said this about me. Brought the screenshot to him. John said to me, Malika, that is not true. I would never speak down on you. We have a solid friendship, and I admire your work, and yada yada yada. So basically saying that the information that she put in the Facebook group is false. And I wanted to come right back and put that out there because I don't want this comment or this information that was put inside of a Facebook group with thousands of followers. I don't want people to see that mess and believe it. Because I talked to my friend and my friend said it's not true, then it's not true. So I felt like she needed to take it down because here it is. We have a Kanika Facebook group and it has thousands of members in there, and anybody can read this comment and believe it. And it was kind of discrediting me and my work and what I do, and it was also put out there to kind of taint my trust with John and our friendship. You see what I'm saying? So, but you know what, you guys, I'm just kicking it with y'all this morning. I'm keeping it real. I've had so many situations. I've seen this so many times before. Because when I have male friendships, I'm not looking to jump on nobody's bones. I don't rad nobody balls. Like I just don't do that. If you are a good person and you cool, I will call you my brother. I will call you my sister. I was born the only child, so I have a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters. I've had so many times where people have been just really cool with me because I'm that cool, down to earth chick. I'm genuine. I got a good spirit, a good heart. So I've had them situations where people like, oh, that's my sis. And females later on came into the picture and they were jealous of the relationship that I might have with my brother. And instead of coming to me and saying, um, Malika, just you don't really owe me anything, okay? But I just think the more respectable thing to do is try to get along with us both because, just try to have that mutual respect for us both because we cool. So I'm gonna just respect his friendship with her. If you guys get what I'm saying, it's nothing to be jealous about because it's nothing intimate going on with them. It's just a friendship that I admire. So let me just put it out there that I admire that friendship and let me just try to show her that same mutual respect and kindness because of him. But I've had one too many times where females just came at me crazy because of my friendship with somebody that they adore. Do anybody hear me out there? Because I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all this morning. Period. I don't care how many views this video get. I don't care how many people in the chat room. I got some stuff to get off my chest. Is y'all here for it or not? And I'm just being real with it. And I've been literally attacked by females. Like my last mentor, a girl just came out the blue and she was in our Facebook group and she started crushing my mentor, but she became jealous of the relationship that I had with my mentor. This was my mentor for years, long before we even created a Facebook group, long before you came into the Facebook group. But because she started crushing him, she became jealous of our friendship, and so she felt like in order for her to get close to him, she had to knock me out the way. Come on, female, that's so immature. And forget the fact that I have a husband at home. These people don't understand that I'm just, I'm just creating friendships. I'm just creating, civil and social relationships because I know resources, knowledge, wisdom can flow through relationships. I don't send my body shots to guys. Oh, they can never tell you I did nothing like that. It's iron sharpened iron over here. We exchange knowledge, we exchange wisdom. That's how our friendship grows. Most likely, if I'm friends with somebody and I call you my brother, the foundation of our friendship, it was built off of knowledge. Okay. But instead of people just coming correct, the females can be so jealous hearted, so catty. And I've had so many times where females was just jealous of how another man um, took me in as their sister or respected me. And so getting back to this chick right here, I kind of feel like that's the same thing, because she put out there like, I'm John's number one now. Who would say that? Who cares? See, that means something to you. That means something. Did that mean anything to me? But the fact that you're trying to discredit me and my work and what it is I do, and the fact that you're trying to tear up our friendship because you jealous, and I already seen this stuff before. That's why I'm comfortable and confident enough to speak and say what I got to say and call you out and say your name because I've seen this before. I know exactly what you're doing. But for you to put out there, I'm his number one, that means something to you, sweetheart. And you feel like I got to knock Malika down so I can be his number one. Hello, do anybody hear me out there? You ain't got to knock me down just to be his number one. Hell, you can get married to him and we'll still be friends. I'm just saying. Because our relationship is built, the foundation of our relationship is built off of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, trust, respect, things that you can't destroy. And so even with, they wives or, and my husband, we all still can be friends. We all still have a mutual respect for each other. There's no jealousy. My husband is not jealous of me. Brother Antoine Miles, if he in there, they're going to Antoine Miles. I talked to my husband about Antoine Miles. He never even met Antoine Miles. And I talk about my brother Antoine Miles, how he brings confirmation, how he brings words of wisdom from the Lord. He's not jealous of that because he know where we stand. My husband know about my relationship with John because he know where we stand. He know that we have a true friendship, and it's iron sharpen iron. And we all have one goal, and together we actually trying to handle some business over here. We trying to bring justice to these victims. We trying to get the truth out here. We trying to expose evil. That's something greater than a temporary feeling of jealousy, envious, pettiness. Like I don't operate like that. But I wanted to speak on this because it was publicly put out there. And I took some time and I waited for John to address the issue. I waited for John to address the issue. I gave him time because that is my friend. And when he said, Malika, I'll take care of that, I said, okay, please do. Because not only have she put this inside of a Facebook group, she also was speaking to other people negatively about me, and it came back to me. And I don't understand what issue do you have with me other than the fact that I'm friends with somebody that you friends with. Come on now, we all supposed to be on one accord. Okay? But so the purpose of me speaking on this was because last night, I wasn't there when John did his live last night. I ended up watching the live later on at night. And I had to message him because I was watching in segments. I had to stop, finish doing what I was doing, started again. So in between me pausing it, I messaged him, like what's going on, because this is the first time you went live since we had our conversation, and I was expecting for you to mention it. It was some incorrect stuff put out there about me coming from another teammate. Okay, get this, coming from another teammate. I got your back 100%. I'm in full support of what you're doing. Whether or not you use my video, if you want a couple dollars, whatever, I am full support of what you're doing because of the purpose of getting justice for Kanika. I'm in full support. But I noticed that you didn't clear this up. And here it is, my name, it was damaged. That is person who just felt the need to just drag my name. And it's somebody that you close with, somebody who claims they are number one. How could you not correct that? So he basically said to me, well, I was addressing something else. I had to deal with something else. And in my next live, I'm going to do it. No, I waited 3 weeks for you to address that this time. And you didn't. You want to tell me to wait 3 more weeks for you to address it in your next live? No, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm addressing myself. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm addressing myself. And I wasn't going to do it, like I told you. I wasn't going to do it because, like I said, for one, I had bigger fish to fry. But what pushed me to do it is the fact that I don't know what's going on when it comes to a lot of the drama and stuff like that in the YouTube streets. But this morning, I finished the rest of John's live, and I went to the guy's video that he shared in his live so I can kind of piece together what's going on. If y'all know what I'm talking about, drop me a one. If y'all lost, drop me a two. Because I was just as lost. I'm trying to piece together what's going on. Because I felt like this must be something huge because John, he reacted on this video quick. But I had to wait 3 weeks for him to even say, what was put out about Malika, that I said this, that, and other about her was not correct. I had to wait weeks, and you still ain't said it. But you reacted on this right here quick. So I had to go to the other YouTuber video, like, okay, what is being said or whatever. And I watched the video. And what I make out of it is this Chloe, Olive Oil, she started with him. She started with him. And I'm saying to myself, and this is why I really want Ujan. I hope you come on here. If you're not on here now, I hope you receive this message later. I want you to understand the same pattern that people is presenting to you. There are certain people who are on social media creating drama and who's trolling other YouTubers. And I just feel like you such a well-respected man in this community. And I'm standing in front of everybody, and I don't care who don't like it. Because after I'm done with this right here, I'm going to drop the mic. It ain't nothing else you could say to me or about me that's going to faze me. I'm just not going to keep quiet while you made to look like you being attacked. Because I understand my friend want to, he want to cover you. He want to, but no, you're not gonna be made to look like a victim or an angel when you around here starting stuff with people, picking with everybody. And if some of y'all in these Facebook Kanika groups or whatever, y'all see it, it's some messy people out here. Y'all know the YouTube streets is messy. And I credit the messiness to messy people. Y'all always say the YouTube streets is messy. Look at the messy people. It's a lot of messy people that's creating this mess. It don't just come from nowhere, y'all. It don't just come from nowhere. Okay, so Mildred, Tanika, basically John went live last night and he addressed it, he addressed, I'm sorry, addressed it. He addressed another YouTuber, Inslime TV We Trust or whatever. I don't really know him. I just know he come in my chat room here and there. I don't have a personal relationship with him, but I know so often he might comment in my chat. But he's always been respectful, whether he agree or disagree, and we dialogue back and forth, and then that's just it. Okay. So he really addressed this YouTuber because this YouTuber put out a video about Chloe, and somebody else, another YouTuber who John really respects. But the fact that Chloe name was in it in the video, it wasn't like he just did a video on Chloe. He did a video about the video that Chloe did about him. It's messy, y'all, and it's confusing. Trust me, I know it because I had to take some time out to understand what the heck is going on. But I just see a common denominator, somebody that really, you J4K, right? You on a team of higher elected officials that's trying to get this case reopened, right? Being messy is no good to this girl's case or to us trying to win. Because the win, for one, is a win for this whole community. Being messy, and I'm just trying to get the message out. Just being messy is not. What does that do? Nobody is gonna want to stand behind and support a team that they feel like is not together and that's messy. And I'm gonna speak on it because you spoke on me publicly. Okay, and dragging other YouTubers in there who do work on Kanika, put Kanika content out faithfully, whether, nobody believes in what they say, whether a few people believe what they say, whatever. They taking the time out their day, they putting out Kanika content, whatever. This might be this person's brand, this might be this person's whole livelihood, this person's whole life. I'm going to sit at home for a living and make videos. Because I plan on doing that next year. But not just on Kanika, different cases. Because I plan on walking more into my calling. So it's not just really doing investigating work, but other things as well. But just to go troll somebody's videos and attack them and accuse them of, what is it called? I don't know. Accuse them of stuff. I just feel like that's too much drama. I just feel like those that's working alongside of John. One thing I can say, I can speak for John. He don't like drama. He don't like messiness. And last night in his live, I heard him for the first time. I heard somebody that was frustrated. And it ain't even have nothing to do with him. It had nothing to do with him. I heard somebody that was frustrated, and he too busy. He too busy behind the scenes working his case to be frustrated or to be brought some crazy stuff. And so I just, I really want to tell my brother, like, be careful with who you align yourself with. Be careful with who you align yourself with, because this is not the first time I came to you and I told you about, her speaking negative about me in the group. And so, as YouTubers, we shouldn't discredit each other, first of all. And sharing information shouldn't even be an issue. As long as you give a shout out to that person, let me just say that sharing content should not be a problem. I have not had one person come to me and say, can I use your video? And I said, no, why would you want to use my video for? Or I seen somebody speak on my video. If it's not in the negative light, I don't care. Use it. Let's put the pieces of the puzzle together. Let's get it. Let's go. But you know the one that have this competitive type of spirit because they want to call somebody out because you share the piece of my video, you use the piece of my video. I feel like just out of respect, just say, hey, big ups to such and such. This came from her video. But I want to use this right here, her clip, to compare it with my research to prove to y'all the facts that I'm trying to lay out. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Now, do I believe it's right to just go live and watch that person whole video? So you done had a 2 hour live and you ain't said nothing but other than watch. No, that's not right. No, create your own content. But if you trying to use a piece of somebody's video to compare it to your findings to prove whatever it is you're trying to prove, I don't see anything wrong with that. We all should be one team at the end of the day. Because this is something else y'all have to also remember. The Lord don't like me. The Lord hateth. Let me repeat that. The Lord hateth someone that sows discord. Hello, do you not know what sowing discord is? That's why I try to stay mutual and friendly with everybody unless you just keep coming for me. And I'm gonna have to call you out on it. And I'm not gonna bash you. I'm not gonna dog you out because, you do good work. And I'm not gonna discredit what you do at all. I don't have time to watch your videos to create a debunking video. I don't have time for that. If I got time to research, then I got time to research. And it's not researching on YouTube. Be careful with the chaos that's surrounding social media. Chaos is of the enemy. Confusion is of the enemy. Mind programming, that's the enemy. Look at these tactics, y'all, that's being used on us. Look at them. And even though I have nothing to do with the little back and forth between In Slime We Trust TV and Chloe Olive Oil, I have nothing to do with that. Neither does John. Neither does John. And I kind of feel like that should have never been brought to him because right now he is in general, a soldier that's a general. He in general mode. He behind the scenes doing big things. So that shouldn't have been brought to him either. He shouldn't have been going live last night being frustrated or feeling like he has to respond to something right away. Like it's crazy to me when I'm seeing the same person creating chaos. You clinging to somebody who's full of drama, basically, is what I'm saying. And I just want everybody to be aware of what's really going on, because you guys might see the impact of it in the YouTube streets, but what it really is it's a spirit of chaos that's lashed on certain people, a spirit of jealousy, a spirit of envy. These are spirits that's operating all up and down YouTube, all up and down Facebook groups. These are spirits that don't want peace because I actually approached this person and I said, whatever I said or done to you in the past, like 2 years ago, I apologize. She didn't accept my apology. And I said it and I meant it sincerely because I don't know what you have against me. I've never done anything to you. And if I did something to you, it was in the beginning when I was really emotional mess over this case. But I apologize. But yet, instead of you taking that olive branch and we working together in peace, you decided a year later, a whole year later, I'm gonna go on Facebook group and talk some stuff about Malika because I don't like her relationship with John. And in order for me to have a relationship with John, I gotta move her out the way so I can become number one. That is so childish. That is so immature, y'all. That is so catty, women. Let's stop that. I am not jealous over my friendship. I'm not. Because if it's a true friendship, then our loyalty gonna stand regardless. It's gonna stand regardless. And I don't have a jealous spirit in me, a jealous bone in my body. I have people in my family that's doing way better than me, and I'm cheering them on every step of the way. Friends that's doing way better than me, and I'm cheering them on. So my jealousy was tested a long time ago, way before I stepped on YouTube. It ain't nothing no stranger can get me to do to be jealous or say to make me jealous of them, or have to make me jealous of them. And I'm just saying we need to start operating from, a spiritual place, from God spirit, versus letting the enemy, allowing the enemy to sow little seeds from platform to platform and to corrupt what it is we got going on. Period. And like I said, I wasn't gonna speak on it. I was just gonna let him handle it. But I just seen here it is again. I said, here she go again. She just started some stuff, with this guy. This guy that retaliated in the video. So now John doing a live on his video of retaliation. See what I'm saying? Like, just stop it. If you J4K, stand strong and be J4K. What does Justice for Kanika mean to y'all? Let me just ask y'all. Put in the chat room, what do Justice for Kanika mean to you? And let's go ahead and clear this up right now. Because I've heard people say I'm not J4K. Okay. And it's a whole Justice for Kanika Facebook group. Shout out to Nana, by the way. Me and Nana did have a disagreement. Um, she's the leader of the Facebook group, and we talk like women, made up. And because she got the wrong impression of me because haters, okay, was in her ear saying things to her. But we had a conversation. She know I'm genuine. She know I'm a real person, not and that's just that. And so we ironed out whatever that we had. But it's a lot of people that's in her group that claim to say non J4Kers. Okay, so I said let's get a real true definition of J4K. What is J4K? So because before I could say I'm a non J4Ker, what is J4K? What does that mean to you? Because how can you say you a non J4Ker but you in the Justice for Kanika group? So I'm so confused by that. Or you have a group with Kanika's name attached to it, but you're not a Justice for Kanika. You're not a J4Ker. And I'm just gonna tell y'all to me what Justice for Kanika always meant. And I want to see y'all definitions. But for me, Justice for Kanika always meant getting truth, closure, and justice for Kanika. So for me, the truth, regardless to what it is, we find out. Closure, because I feel like we need closure. We need answers. The world, you talk about Kanika soul ain't resting. The world have not rested since this case happened. So us getting closure. So even some of these people who are in these groups and they claim to be non J4Kers, but they in the group, you in the group to seek truth and to get closure, right? And whatever that truth is that you find out, you want justice for her based off of the truth that you find out, right? So that's still you still a J4Ker. Okay, let's just say you find out the truth is she was trafficked. They staged the whole thing. Wouldn't you still want justice for her? Wouldn't you still want closure? Wouldn't you still want the truth out there? So you still a J4Ker. And you can't say you're not a J4Ker, but you in these groups that's attached to her name and people putting out information. Why are you in the groups if you're not a J4Ker? Why are you there? If you can, because to me, a person that say I'm a non J4Ker, that means I can care less about getting justice for Kanika, about getting answers for Kanika, or about getting closure to this case. I can care less. So I wouldn't be in a group or watching YouTubers if I can care less about getting justice, answers, truth, You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't be trolling her name. To me, JFK, the truth at Malika the Lion is just to seek the truth with nothing behind it. Thank you, Sandra, and I agree. I agree. For me, it means that everybody that was involved in what happened her to her be punished of their bone. Exactly, Mildred. Exactly. So if you get the truth and you find out something horrible happened to her, even if you felt on the contrary, for 2 years straight, but if the truth come out and you do hear that something horrible happened to her, you wouldn't want people to be punished. You wouldn't want people to be punished. So in your heart, you still are a J4Ker. That's why you trolling the groups and other YouTubers because you're seeking the truth. And I'm pretty sure in your heart you want somebody punished based off the truth that's presented, based off of whatever that truth is. You would want somebody to be punished. So you are technically a J4Ker. If you wasn't a J4Ker, you wouldn't be in the group. You wouldn't be trolling YouTube. You would care less. I don't even entertain nobody that follow my channel and say this is a psyop. Why you searching for me, bruh? Why you searching for me? If you feel like it's a psyop, why are you wasting your time in something that you feel is not real? Why are you in this group just to tell people the case is fake? You wake up every day to post in this group, this case is fake. You really showing the whole world that you have no life whatsoever. Why? I just don't get it. Why? Because in your heart, you actually are seeking the truth. You waiting, you just itching. You just waiting for the truth to come out. And when the truth come out in your heart, you're going to want to see some justice. You don't want to see some punishment. So I don't even entertain nobody that say I'm a non-J4Ker or I believe this is a psyop. And it's a lot of these people that's trolling our channels because they know deep in their heart they care and they itching and waiting for the truth just like everybody else. But they just not real enough to say it. They feel like they got to stand on something, and they just not real enough to say, hey, I am looking for the truth. I am waiting on the truth. I don't have enough evidence myself to believe that this is a psyop because if I did, I would conclude it, hit my gavel, and walk away. But I can't do that because I don't know 100% myself if this is actually a psyop or not. I just feel that it is, but I don't know. That's why I'm still trolling y'all to find out to see if y'all might put forth something that can just change my mind. I don't even entertain that seriously because I know in your heart you still a J4Ker. So please stop saying you are not just for Tamika. And a lot of the and I you know about the company you keep. Most people that I align myself with on YouTube, off YouTube, or on social media, off social media, excuse me, we have like-minded spirits and like-minded ways, and we both we would have the same type of genuine heart. And those are the kind of people that I clean with. I don't clean with people. Hang with the wise, and you shall be wise. So if I'm speaking to you like on a day-to-day basis, or if I call you my brother and my sister, and we just click, um, it has to be we have to click spiritually first. We have to click spiritually first. If I can't click with you spiritually, then I can't click with you mentally, emotionally, none of that because I operate from a spiritual place. So most of the people that I actually call my friend or my brother or my sister, we've clicked spiritually first, and I see them as a wise person, and we sharpen each other, like I said in the beginning. But I noticed some of these people who bring in chaos and disorder to YouTube and to these groups and to other people, they bring in chaos and disorder. Look at the company that they keeping with them. A lot of they people, they circle of friends that they choose to align themselves with is people that don't consider themselves J4Kers. Or it's other people who's all about drama. Look at the people that they're aligning themselves with. So I've seen this firsthand. Not only are you spreading your venom from YouTuber to YouTuber, but I even peeked out the company that you keep. You keep a company full of drama fad males and females around you. You keep a circle full of drama fad people who claim we not justice for. Why are you even connecting with other people that claim they can care less about whether or not we can get justice? Why are you even connecting yourself with these people if that's not how you truly feel? As leaders, we have to be careful because our work is being judged. As leaders, we have to be very particular and peculiar about who we hang with, about who we align ourselves with, and the work that we put out. I've been wrong before. I don't think it's not one YouTuber that hasn't been wrong before. Okay, but being able to come back and say, dang, I was wrong about that, or do a correction video or speak on it later on, hey, that's fine. We all been wrong before. If anybody had all the answers to this case, it would have been solved by now. Hello. So stop acting like you the top general in dog, and you got all the answers and nobody else have them. You the smartest one on the case. You at the top chart of the case. Come on, stop trying to chart. This ain't the top chart. Stop trying to chart. They trying to hit the billboard charts. Like I want to be number one and remain number one. You is not Michael Jackson. Stop it. Stop it. That's where the competition come from. Like stop it. Just do your work. Just do your work. The people gonna respect it or they not. But you don't have to tear nobody else down just so you can be up there, and be on a chart. You don't have to tear nobody else down for that. I'm just saying, I'm saying a lot this morning, y'all, because this it's been a lot on my mind. It's been a lot on my mind, a lot of stuff I wanted to say, and I've kept quiet, because like I said, I had bigger fish to fry, and I feel like I'm not gonna waste my time or my energy on no petty little stuff. You see what I'm saying? But I just noticed that it's some people out here, and one person in particular who I did speak on today, and I wanted to speak on today because um, you struck again. You struck again, and so I needed to speak on. You been struck a few times out here, and I haven't said nothing. So at this point, I got to say something. I got to speak up for myself. I got to cover my friend and make sure my friend hear this message and make sure my friend understands that I'm coming from a genuine place. And I just want you to watch the company that you keep because the company that we keep could either sharpen us and keep us on our toes and keep us wise like you do me. You keep me humble. Like Brother Miles, keep me wise, keep confirmation, bring it to me, keep the word of God, sharpening me with the word of God. That's my friend. Um, you have to be careful with the company that you keep. If they're not sharpening you or bringing positive energy into your life, you got to be careful. And also look at who they connected to. Pay attention to who they connected to. And I don't care if this video gets taken the wrong way and I get some feedback, some negative feedback. I don't care because I said what I said. And it's nothing about what I just said would I change whatsoever. Whatsoever. I'm looking forward to 2020. Are you guys looking forward to 2020? Sometimes you have to speak up, Brother Miles. Sometimes you have to speak up because if you don't, that seed that they put out there could just manifest in other people's spirits. And I've heard somebody said to me before, when I was talking to them about, I just said, when I was talking to them about following John and staying connected to what he's doing and the information that he's going to be releasing as far as getting true justice. And that person said to me, well, I don't know if I can trust that because to be honest with you, that person seemed kind of snakish to me. And they said because I was told that maybe you don't know, but that person is kind of playing both sides the way they put it. And I had to actually let this person know that I don't think he playing both sides. I think what it is that this person could be exaggerating on a conversation, or she can be jealous of our relationship and putting certain things out there. I had already knew what she was talking about, okay? Because I had already seen the screenshots. It was already shared with me. So I already knew what she was talking about. But that made them kind of look at him in a bad light because they like, you telling me to go support him and he's talking bad about you. I don't think he talked bad about me. I think it was put out there that he was speaking bad about me. And I would love this to be addressed. I would love it to be addressed with both of them. I would love it to be addressed. He never addressed it. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I would love it to be addressed. But from my understanding, my friend said he had a conversation with her, but it had nothing to do with me. And she was speaking about me, and he never said anything negative about me. And all I can really do is believe what my friends tell me. That's all I can really do. But sometimes you have to put things out there to kind of clear your name and to send a message that you're not gonna just have your way with me and I'll remain silent. You're not gonna do that because there's people out here that actually put trust in where I'm leading them and the things that I'm showing them and the passion that I have for this case. If they don't trust anything else, they say I trust that Malika is passionate. I trust that she's sincerely fighting for these victims. You see what I'm saying? And so you're not going to just defame my name or my character and put things out there to have people questioning my loyalty or my passion. You're not going to do that. And so, yeah, I wish it would have got brought up last night in the lab because if we calling people out for speaking down on other YouTubers, then she should have been the first one called out. Because I was a YouTuber just a few weeks ago that was spoken negatively on in public. So yeah, I did wish that would have got addressed last night. And what John said to me is, oh, in my next live, I would address it, Malika. No, well, I kind of was patient. I waited for you to address it. Hold on, my dog got to go outside. I waited for you to address it this time, but you didn't. Let me let her out. And we're not going to sweep this under the rug. Do y'all hear me? We're not going to sweep this under the rug. I'm not always going to allow people to speak negative on me and just sweep it under the rug. I am practicing humility. Um, but at the same time, if you keep striking like a snake, then eventually I'm going to have to stomp your head like the snake that you are. Because I have no problem with doing so. But my video today was not all about the messiness of the drama on YouTube. I just want you guys to really stop allowing people, and me myself, this message also goes to me myself, to play with our emotions. Stop allowing people to play on our emotions and bring chaos and confusion into our life. The media is set up to do that. Keep in mind when you're seeing these stories, keep in mind when you're seeing that stuff. They've come back hearing the word of God. They don't come back hearing what the news reporter got to say. You're supposed to walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, and pay attention to the fruit of these people because the Bible says that a fruit you should know them. So when you have people whose names keep popping up in a negative way, pay attention to that. They must be sowing some bad fruit. Not all the time. Sometimes you get folks that's just picked on because other people is, hating on them or whatever. But, when people is coming with receipts and saying, no, she came to for me, she picking on me, look, she posted this about me, then hey, the truth speaks in the receipt. Hello? Let's get this case solved is what it means to me. For real. I know I just had to go up and see what y'all said. To me, J4K, the truth. Just seek the truth with nothing behind it. I already read that. I have always said from the beginning that case is like a puzzle if everybody come together. But I've been saying that too from the beginning, Mildred. I've been saying that from the beginning. If y'all can remember, I've been one of the ones that always tried to align myself with other people, invite other people. As a matter of fact, I've gotten into it with a lot of other YouTubers just for that reason. Like they never really had beef with me. They was beefing with the people that I was bringing on my platform. And so next thing you know, I got thrown into beef. And I said, dang, that ain't work. That don't work. I might as well just stay in my own lane, in my own corner, like I did when I first came out. Because being in my own lane, I can steer clear of drama. You get what I'm saying? But I always felt like everybody have major big pieces of the puzzle. And if we was all to put it our pieces together, we'll have a whole movie. We'll have a whole script. Okay? And we'll be able to tell a whole story. But everybody is not like that. Everybody don't have, everybody don't have the same, how can I put it, teamwork effort as as others. Some people is not about the teamwork. They like, shoot, I started this thing out on my own. I'm going to finish it on my own. And you better not dare use a clip of my video. I'm not like that. I just want closure to this. It's been 2 years. And we've seen so many other victims that need us, y'all. Instead of us being a J4K community, we can be a community of justice for all communities. And it start off with bringing closure to Kanika's case. And we can go to another case and try to help bring closure and justice to that case. Then another one, then another one. You see what I'm saying? But we can't do that because we just stuck here. And then we trolling and bouncing around from YouTuber to YouTuber to see what they might have to say. And next thing you know, we walk away confused. Because not everybody have the same insight or perspective on what happened. Everybody don't. I'm one of them ones I actually posted in my Facebook group, but I'm one of them ones that believe, as far as Tanika case, that the gangs set her up, they raped her, beat her, um, and she was thrown into the freezer by the gang. This is the reason why we hear conversation. Drop me a one if anybody heard freezer conversations in those labs. This is the reason why we heard the freezers being mentioned in those labs. I believe they were behind everything from start to finish. But I also believe in what the raspy guy, the raspy voice guy said. They were caught in the act. Security caught them probably moving a body or putting a body in a freezer. I believe that they were caught in the act and they copped the plea. And Crown Plaza felt like, hey, we could probably profit off of this body. And it's better for us to say that a body was found in here from accidental murder. Somebody got drunk and walked us just to align ourselves with y'all theory. It's better for us to go ahead and say that somebody walked themselves into a freezer drunk than to say somebody was murdered in our hotel. How many of y'all will actually go back to a hotel that y'all know somebody was murdered in? I'll wait. Do y'all understand their reputation was on the line? Do y'all understand that, this is a 3, 4 star hotel? I mean, even if that hotel itself wasn't, but just the name Crown Plaza is definitely a 4 star hotel. In some cities, some states, a 5 star hotel. The name Crown Plaza itself. Okay, would any of y'all stay at a hotel that you heard that somebody was murdered in that hotel? So it's better to say somebody accidentally walked into a freezer and that's how that body was found than to say somebody was murdered and placed in that freezer. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you got some gothic, dark, demonic people out there. Some people was intrigued by the fact that a body and a seance and a ritual and all that stuff happened in the hotel. That's why their ratings went up. That's why they start really selling out rooms. Okay. Now I'm not saying that the Crown Plaza is innocent. I don't take away from their part because I feel like even you covering up a crime, you just as guilty as the person that actually committed the crime. But I'm just letting y'all know, I'm one of them YouTubers. I said it from the beginning and I'll say it again. I feel like those friends, those gang members, which is the reason why you see people swapping clothes, sharing clothes, dressed alike. To me, that proves setup. Audios being played, you don't see her in none of the. To me, that is proof of a setup. And I believe a lot happened to her. Fighting, being beat up, being raped, being dragged, being drugged, all of that. All of that. But I believe that they played a part from start to finish. Now I respect other people's theories and other people's positions because they work just as hard as me, and they probably pray just as hard as me for answers. And they share the same passion as I do. So I respect them, and none of us really know everything. We don't have all the facts in front of us. So I respect other people's position and other people's theories and what they feel. But I will definitely always stand on what I feel unless the Lord show me otherwise. And some people say, why would the hotel cover up for a bunch of black kids? It's not just a bunch of black kids. These are gang members. You talk about vice lords, GDs, BD, and at the same time, it makes sense to me because there's no way anybody would want to stay in a hotel knowing that it's a murderer on the loose or knowing that they rent rooms to murderers. So we're going to take this drunk girl theory and we're going to put it out there on social media. They laugh at us all the time on the media. And we have a better chance of keeping our reputation and keeping our guests. And why would we want to alert the guests and say, hey, it's a dead body in the freezer? Somebody killed this girl, dragged her to the freezer. I witnessed it. I saw it on camera. I saw this, that, other, whatever. I think a lot of times when we see the security running all throughout the footage, which I was going to actually do a part two and mention it on my part two, but y'all, so much happened since I did that part one. Okay, so much happened. Like I accidentally removed the video that I was working on. Then I got another phone, and with my other phone, I didn't save a lot of the pictures and videos that I screen recorded. So much happened. But I was actually gonna put this two in part two of my video. But I think a lot of times when we see the security just running all throughout the hotel, I think he was looking for them kids. Like he was trying to chase them, but he had to keep going back and look on surveillance to kind of keep up with their footsteps. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my theory. I think he might see them in a certain area of the hotel, walk out, get the look, walk in to try to catch them in the act. But by the time he get there, they no longer there. They somewhere else. So he go back to the footage and go see where they are again. Next thing you know it, he leave out again to try to catch it. I believe he was on a trail, but he actually caught them in the act. Because me myself personally, I believe the story was told to us in the very beginning. I believe the story was told to us in the very beginning. But I believe that we did become social media detectives. And a lot of people screwed up and made it even bigger or worse than what it really was. Yes, the hotel was into organ harvesting and all that stuff, which is the reason why they probably say, hey, we can, not only cover our butt and save our reputation, but we can also profit off of this body. But maybe mom came in too soon and maybe, what I'm saying, things happened to where they really couldn't profit off the body. Maybe they did profit off the body. Her thymus gland was removed. So maybe they did get some type of profit. Maybe, there is a reason why her neck was, covered up. Maybe they did profit off the body. And I believe that this was the reason why. This is the reason why they decided to team up with the gang. But I believe the story was told to us in the very beginning. For one, I can't remember that boy's name. I think it was Cash Mick. If y'all know, drop it in the chat room. I think he's one of the guys, the guy with the raspy voice. I think he was one of the guys that spilled it in the beginning. And that's why I played his video in mass because I sat back. I said, after 2 years of following this case, gathering my own information, my own evidence, I said his information sounds closer to the truth than anybody. And then we had Keela Brown, who was reporting the story in the very beginning. Um, and she was, calling out the games, which made me feel like she wasn't in alignment with them because she didn't know who was what was going on. She thought the girl was getting raped in Irene's lab in the bathroom, all type of stuff. So I feel like she was very passionate with trying to find out what happened. But then you have a lab where she came back and she was just disappointed, and I forgot exactly which one it is. I think she have two braids in that lab. And she was just really disappointed. She like, y'all, I talked to somebody who was in Chicago, and yeah, y'all, that girl was beaten. That girl was raped. They threw her in the freezer. Um, they made a deal with the hotel. She basically said the exact same thing as the guy with the raspy voice. Hello. I was gonna put that in my part two to show y'all how both of their stories lined up. Those people made a deal with that hotel. They transferred that body over to the hotel. And I showed you guys that a lot of that stuff that we've seen was symbolic, meaning transformation of property. But I'm just one of them YouTubers, who feel this way, as far as them being responsible for her murder as well as putting her in a freezer. Because, like I said, we even heard freezer talk in the lab. Oh, let me see if you guys drop in the chat room if anybody heard the freezer talks in the lab. So how y'all talking about putting her in the freezer in the lab? And we can hear freezers being mentioned in the lab. And some people say they talking about putting alcohol in the freezers. Huh? You can't use they freezers in the basement to put no alcohol in there since when? Now I can see if you talking about the employee's kitchen or don't y'all shouldn't y'all rooms have little refrigerator? You might could put some alcohol in the employees. Matter of fact, who puts alcohol in the freezer? When they at a room party, you'll just go get some ice from an ice bucket, out ice bin, and cool your drink off. I mean, I'm just saying. So you heard freezers conversations in the lab. At least I did. Okay, Antoine Mom said he heard it. T Curly said she heard it. Look at this. Didn't someone say something about her cooking off? I hadn't heard that, Stephanie, but that don't mean it wasn't said. This is the first time I'm hearing it. Like a joke. Exactly. Exactly. So you can't tell me that this wasn't already put into motion or they wasn't having conversations about it. At least that's the way I see it. But I just want to give y'all something to think about. Think about the fact that go watch that last Keela Brown video or Keela Black, whatever her name is, video that she did when she came back and she was kind of saddened, and she said, I just talked to a friend in Chicago. Y'all, they raped that girl. Y'all, they strangled her. Y'all, she was fighting back. Watch that video. And she said, and I don't know if she said Irene, but she said somebody knew the people at the hotel and they made a deal with them, with the hotel. And that was the same thing that the other guy gave us, y'all. Basically, they might not have said the exact same thing word for word, but if y'all get what I'm saying, okay, they might not have said the exact same thing word for word, but at the same time, their stories kind of lined more than anybody. Crack that door for me, baby. The back door. Let the dog in. I had to mute up for a minute because I don't want my dog to be making noise when she come in. Okay, so yeah, for me, like I said, I'm one of the people that believe what I believe, but at the same time, I support other people um, in their effort, and they make videos more than I do. Because for me, I try to just not stay glued to Kanika's case and focus on other cases as well because I felt like the Holy Spirit was telling me like I can be used in other places and not just this case right here, but I can be used in other places as well. So, which is what I did. And we had other heinous crimes happen after that. We had Malia Davis, we had Cupcake. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of like bounced around. But whenever the Lord gives me a huge revelation and and allow me to put pieces of the puzzle together, I will present it to you guys. I try not to just lean on my own understanding. I did in the beginning, which is why I was wrong a lot because I was leaning off my own understanding and I was led by my emotions. And I had to check myself and I got convicted, and I got convicted with the word that said, lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge the Lord, and He will direct your path. And I feel like since I've been checked with that scripture right there, that's exactly what He's been doing, directing my path. But like I said, I still respect everybody else's perspective and what they put out because just to be able to take the time out to keep her name alive says speaks volumes to me. I feel like if it wasn't for social media, Kanika name wouldn't really be talked about like that still to this day after 2 years. Okay, because a lot of people in Chicago, and this is nothing, no shade against Chicago, but a lot of people in Chicago, they pretty much said, hey, we see death, we see things like this every day. And so they pretty much, just came to their own conclusion, like, something horrible happened to this girl, and, we got to move it along because, things like this happen every day. Maybe not in the way she died, but as far as death and every day. But I believe because of social media, we kept her name alive for 2 years, y'all. I mean, big up to everybody for that. Big up to everybody for that. Thank you, T. Curly. God bless you. God bless you. My family is up now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Yes, and Lil Durk made a rap about Kanika, and just people just keeping her name alive like that. That's just a blessing. I would hope you guys. I'm gonna put it out there now. If anything ever happens to me, talk about me. Keep my name alive. Keep my memory alive. Just have conversations like, remember that time we was in Malika chat room and we was just clowning, talking about old school stuff. Keep my name alive. Okay, because Kanika didn't have children to carry on her legacy. So this is the videos that we doing, the information that we putting out, the conversations that we having. This is her legacy. Okay, so praise God for that. But like I said, I'm not here to start no drama, no confusion, anything like that. I just wanted us to really be aware and awake. And I always say, pay attention and peep. And that's what this lab was really about. Paying attention and peeping out the spirit that's roaming through the media, on social media, from person to person, and just understanding why we seeing certain things and why we getting the information that we getting because it's still a spiritual warfare going on. Okay, and the enemy he will allow him to use them. He will use whoever allow him to use them. So we seeing just too much of that. So pay attention to the company that people is keeping. Pay attention to all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. Never heard nothing more from celebs. Never heard anything else from celebs. And same thing with Malia Davis' case. It's like once the tragic happened, they talk about it when it first happened because it's trending news. It's trending news, y'all. But once the trend dies, they stop talking about it. Okay, and so some of these people are too young to have left a legacy behind. And so that's what we here to do. These people are too young or they was they're gone, they passed and gone away, so they can't fight for their own justice. That's what we here to do. So amen to that and praise God for everybody that takes the time out to keep these people name alive and to fight for justice. If you are sincere, blessings to you. if you are doing this from the kindness of your heart. Blessings to you. But if you're around here, trying to be the top dog at the top of the billboard chart, and you trying to get all the recognition, and you trying to be that deal, and you trying to knock people out the way so you can be glorified, then that's horrible. And I pray for you. I pray for you. If you operating from a spirit of lies, confusion, drama, jealousy, envy, I pray for you because that gets us nowhere as a community. There's no help to the victims. You need more help. You need more prayer than the families of the victims do. You need help because you are throwing salt, and not the salt from the earth, the good salt that the Lord told us to be, but you throwing nasty spirits on the cases that was already demonically tainted and orchestrated. So woe unto you that's playing devil advocate, and so but I'm looking forward to what this new year brings because not only me, but a lot of other people have been talking about this case. We really believe strongly. I think that we all have this spiritual sense that this case is definitely coming to a closure. We all have a just a strong feeling that she will get her justice. And I've never felt it as strongly as I feel about it now. So I believe this coming year, a lot more is going to be revealed. We will have the answers that we've been looking for. And I believe that Kanika case going to come to a wrap and to a closure this year. And other people have been confirming it too. And, and I'm just like, wow, you feel that? You feel that too? So I believe God is trying to tell us something. I believe there's so much to look forward to this year. There's gonna be some highs and lows. We're gonna experience. But keep your feet planted on the ground and keep your faith in the most high. Look up. Because that's where your help comes from. Look up, not look forward. Don't look on the news. Don't look, you see what I'm saying? So as long as you do that, you'll be all right. You'll be able to get over the highs and lows. Sometimes I might feel like, I get weary. I feel like I'll, want to faint, want to take breaks. My people know that. I tell them all the time, y'all, I need to take a break. I'm going through it right now. But let's keep each other in prayer because, 2020, we're going to experience more highs and lows that at a deeper capacity than we ever have before. But there's also going to be some high blessings that's going to come out of this too. So I just wanted to share y'all that. But also I wanted to mention too, coming 2020, I will be disconnecting my Facebook page. Okay, I just want to put that out there before I get off because I'm trying to unplug as much as possible from the matrix and kind of staying connected in social media with all these different outlets that I have. It really doesn't help me. It just, I'm just gonna unplug as much as I can. So I am going to take my main Facebook page down. I'm going into 2020 fasting. Okay, so and I have expectations of coming out even more stronger, more spiritual, more wiser than before. And what I feel like the Lord is telling me right now, you will unplug from the matrix. You will disconnect a lot of those social media pages. So I will leave the Facebook groups and stuff up, but I will have an admin who will pretty much be responsible and in charge of the Facebook groups. But the only way I will actually be connecting with my people is on YouTube. I do have a Facebook like page. If y'all haven't followed that, go to the Facebook like page because I probably will be using that page and dropping some stuff, sharing my videos on that Facebook like page. But other than that, um, it just helped my spirit. It helped my spiritual growth if I can unplug and from the other all the other social media pages. So I might have somebody running that Instagram page. I'm not really sure about that, but I am taking down my main Facebook page. I will leave the group up and have somebody running that group. because I want to just focus on the work that the Lord gives me, focus on that particular that work, and not really trying to juggle that with all these different social media outlets. Like I don't need them. I don't need them. Okay. Uh, and I think that was all that I wanted to mention. Yeah, that was really all I wanted to mention because I definitely need that for my soul. I need to unplug as much as possible. I know what you're talking about. Yes, brother Miles. Facebook is definitely messy, T Curly. I try not to be into all that messy stuff. I did try to go into some Facebook groups, um, and so I can stay kind of connected with the cases and stuff like that. And I had some drama in the groups that I really wasn't expecting to have, But sometimes drama follows me, y'all, because so I'm like, Lord said it's time for you to unplug. You don't have to be so connected with the world, because that's what social media does. That's what Facebook do. It connects you with the world. We connected with people that we're not even connected with in real life. We don't even talk to them in real life. Most of your Facebook friends, you ain't called them in years and talked to them in years. You have no idea what they're going through, how their family doing. You don't pick up the phone and just call them and say how you doing. You go on Facebook and try to, figure out how they doing. And so that's what Facebook do. It just connects you with the whole world, people you ain't seen in years, and the old, and then you got the new friends, and it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't need to be connected with 500 people, 1,000 people. Like I don't need that. And Facebook lets you connect up with up to 5,000 people. I definitely don't need that. I don't have 5,000 friends in real life. So if I have 5,000 Facebook friends and I don't have 5,000 friends in real life, something is wrong. Something is truly wrong with that picture. And if I want to stay connected with my family, I know their numbers. I don't want to connect with my family every day, all day. Yeah, and sometimes it's just a lot of folks on there just trying to be nosy. Just trying to be nosy and try to keep up with, what you doing and what you got going on in life. And I ain't got time for that. So I literally put up this page. I then took off my other Facebook page, my main page, because I was just sick of being connected with everybody like that. Because I feel like a lot of people was imposters and just trying to pose for Facebook, really, make their life look more glamorous than what it really was. So I've been took that page down. This page I got up right now is strictly for the work that I do, but I'm also taking that down because, like I said, I've just made too many friends and I have too many followers who I'm really not aligned or connected with for real, for real. So to me, that can also bring a lot of drama and things, of that nature to your life. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that, but I will have the group still up and maybe have it ran by Antoine Miles and somebody else. So next time I go live, I will drop the link in there so you, in case anybody want to join and keep the momentum going, keep the bring awareness to a lot of these cases. I will have that going on. I'm still gonna try to connect with Jackie um, Johnson, Kendrick Johnson's mom, but that will probably be after the holidays and stuff because I got really busy. She got really busy, and we really couldn't make a connection. And we will look into Kendrick Johnson's case 2020. But right now, I really just decided to kind of hold everything off because I'm still working on building a studio in my house so I can get everything together as well. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. You guys have a happy holiday. Stay safe. Stay prayed up. Stay aware. Pay attention and peep what's really going on. Okay. And that's all, folks. Love you guys. I'm about to get out of here. Much love to you, Steph. Much love to you, T. Curly, Antoine Miles, Mildred. I will talk to you guys later.